This is pennant race baseball. Brockton Rox coming into this ball game a game and a half out of first place in the North Division. Quebec leads the division. North Shore just a half game out. The Rox a game and a half back. But right now they are sitting pretty due to the wild card. New Jersey leads Elmira by 2 games in the South Division. And if New Jersey stays in front, it pretty much guarantees the Rox a playoff spot. But that's not what they're thinking about. If you heard Ed Noddle during the Saturday Rox with Ed Noddle show right before the pregame, Ed said that they're not thinking wild card. They would like to win this division flat out. That's going to take a lot of work because the Quebec Capitals probably have a favorable schedule, and they have been playing some very, very good baseball. But by winning the division flat out, it would give the Rox possibly an extra home game in the playoffs, which could be very advantageous.
Yes, our final homestand of the season was going to be a blast. Huge crowds, excited fans, pennant race. But some of us were wondering whether we would ever make it back to Brockton from New Jersey. Our bus ride took a lot longer than expected due to construction, and our driver got a little turned around. Our driver's name was Dave, but everyone referred to him as Jerry due to his resemblance to TV talk show host Jerry Springer. Often when he would make a wrong turn or snap at Ed for his backseat driving, the players would start chanting, "Jerry, Jerry, Jerry," like on the Springer show. Well, Dave seemed a little stressed on this particular drive, and Ed suggested that if he needed a break to just pull over, which he did at a McDonald's. So while people were getting their food, Ed came up to me and whispered that he wondered if Dave was on some medication for his nerves or something, and he needed a tactful way to approach him. I mean, I was impressed. This was a gentle, caring side of Ed that he rarely displayed. So before we reboarded the bus, I was standing near Dave, and Ed walked up to him and said, "Dave, are you on some fucking medication or something?" Pretty damn tactful, Ed. Dave assured him he was not. Now, I do want to stress that Dave was a hell of a good bus driver, and his skills may actually have saved a lot of our lives in 2004. He was back as our driver the next season. We were coming back from Maine, dark road, middle of the night. Most of the players were sleeping, and this huge moose bolted out in front of the bus. Dave swerved hard and somehow managed to keep us upright and on the road. It was a great piece of driving. Those of us who were awake agreed that we were very, very lucky. So thank you, Dave, for getting us home safely to Brockton, where we had some absolutely amazing and passionate fans always awaiting our return.
The Rox had some uniform problems after their last home game. They needed a quick fix, so to speak. So they went to one of the Rock's biggest fans, Lisa Garcia. They needed some uniforms sewed and some holes in the pants that just were not acceptable to the players. They did not apparently want to walk out on the field with big holes in their uniforms. Imagine that. So Lisa Garcia came through, as she is now referred to as the woman who keeps our team in stitches. So Lisa, thank you very much. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. The count 1-0 to Lewis. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hit high in the air to left field, not very deep, coming on LeBron. It's going to drop in for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score on the single by Lewis, and the Rox have taken the early lead. Campanelli Stadium already rocking. 2 outs, and here comes the hottest bat in the ballpark right now. How hot has Jake Daubert been? Listen to some of these numbers. Last 10 games, he is batting .536, 15 hits and 28 at-bats. Over his last 16 at-bats, he has 10 hits. He has raised his season average to 88. Not too many teams have the luxury of having this hot of a hitter at ignite. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and a base hit to right field. The hits just keep on coming for Jake Dauber. I know we still have, counting this game, 10 games left, but already time to start thinking about the playoffs, and Rox have playoff tickets available. That's exciting. That ball is hit well to left field. LeBron going back to the warning track, and the yard not big enough to hold that one. Home run, Francisco Matos, his first of the season. Scotty Martin continues to mow them down. Has his family listening in, as usual. I'm up in Canada. He wanted us to pass on best wishes to them. I believe it's his Aunt Heather and Janice who usually listen in. They're diehards. Got a lot of fans out there listening to Rox. #1 in ratings on Broadcast Monsters. Fly ball center field coming on Blakely. Long run, reaches down and makes the catch of a sinking line drive for out number 3. LeBlanc flies out to center, and a 1-2-3 inning for Martin again. Sure, Heather and Janice are going crazy. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's the Rox 6, the Lumberjacks nothing. Rox with a victory over these Lumberjacks yesterday allowed them to keep pace with Quebec and North Shore. They did not gain any ground, however. Quebec beat Allentown 1-0 last night. Rodney Allen, yeah, you remember Rodney, former Rox pitcher, threw 6 shutout innings for the Capitals and got the victory. Quebec needed a big defensive play, and they got one in the 8th inning. Steve Booker, oh yeah, you remember him, don't you? Another former Rock. Steve Booker made a game-saving catch at the warning track in the 8th inning with 2 runners on. Kevin Lynn pitched for the Brockton Rox last season and struggled, to be quite honest. But he has come back, a newer, stronger Kevin Lynn, apparently. He said he really got some good experience this season in the Central League, and he performed very well there. He definitely has come in a more confident pitcher than he was last season. Talk about class acts. I mean, this is a kid who gives his grandfather a call after each of his appearances and lets him know how he did. Lynn wheels and deals, swing and a miss, and he fans De La Cruz. Kevin Lynn continues to be so impressive. Ground ball back to the mound, glove cleanly by Lynn. Throw to first is in time, a 1-2-3 inning. How about Kevin Lynn? So long before Barry came around and was known as a slugger, Bobby Bonds was quite a ball player himself. 332 career home runs. Blakely hits one a long way to right field, way back, and the yard is not big enough to hold that one. Darren Blakely has tied this ball game at 3-3. Last pitch clocked at 93 miles an hour by Connor Brooks. And another payoff pitch. That is in there for a called strike, and Brooks strikes out the side. 3-3 ball game, bottom of the 10th, 2 outs. Bennett race baseball here at Campanelli Stadium. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, base hit, right field, ball game. Rox win this one 4-3. Jake Dauber comes up big again. Game-winning single by Jake Dauber. He turned on that pitch, drove it between the first and second baseman into right field, scoring Matos, and the Rox have won this ball game 4-3. And leading things off for the Rox, welcome back, stranger, it is Nestor Smith. Smith has been out for a week. He last played on August 14th. Has been out with a groin injury. Switch hitter batting left-handed against the righty Bo. Smith hitting .291, 7 homers, and 43 runs batted in. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, a little pop-up to short. Martinez can't come up with it. Must have lost it in the sun. It was routine, and it dropped right in front of him. Now the 0-2 pitch again. Line drive right field, base hit. De La Cruz comes up with the ball. Smith being waved home. Here comes the throw. It is cut off, and a throw to second is in time to get Bustos, but the Rox have drawn first blood. Bustos will pick up an RBI on that single, and it's 1-0 Rox. High fly ball by Rosario, deep to right field, way back, and the yard not big enough to hold that one. Home run, Mel Rosario. It's his 5th home run of the season, a leadoff shot to make it 7-3 Rox. High fly ball down the right field line. Lorenzo De La Cruz going back, looks up, and it is off of the wall. Davis headed for second base. Here comes the throw. Davis slides in, heads first, and is in with a double. De La Cruz played that one very nicely. And Mike Davis, I think, hesitated a little bit, thinking that that ball might be out of the park. It almost cost him, because he had to hustle just to get to second base ahead of the throw. He is taking off his pants out behind second base right now to brush the dirt out. Now he hitches up the bridges. Mike putting on a little additional show for some of the fans.
It had been quite a show indeed, a 3-game sweep of Bangor. But now, Elmira was coming to town for 3 games, and for both teams, a playoff spot was on the line. Be sure to click the subscribe button to follow my wild and wacky journey with the Brockton Rox, because more episodes are on the way. Thanks for watching.